On August 8, 2025, Sotheby's in New York hosted an event that captured the imagination of collectors, scientists, and space enthusiasts alike. The item up for bid was nothing short of extraordinary: a massive fragment of Mars, a relic that had traveled millions of kilometers through the void of space before landing on Earth. This was the largest Martian meteorite ever discovered on our planet, a specimen that dwarfed all previous finds and promised to rewrite the record books. The atmosphere in the auction room was electric. Bidders from around the world competed fiercely, their paddles rising in quick succession as the price soared higher and higher. When the gavel finally came down, the winning bid had reached an astonishing $5.3 million, shattering previous records for Martian meteorites. News of the sale spread rapidly, making headlines in major newspapers and sparking conversations across continents. The meteorite instantly became the most expensive Martian rock ever sold at auction, a symbol of humanity's fascination with the cosmos. Catalogued as NWA 16788, this rare specimen's value was not just monetary. It reflected our deep curiosity and longing to connect with worlds beyond our own. Weighing nearly 25 kilograms, the meteorite is a tangible link between Earth and Mars, a piece of another planet that you could actually hold in your hands. Its sheer size and pristine condition made it a scientific treasure as well as a collector's dream. The identity of the buyer remains a closely guarded secret, adding an air of mystery and intrigue to an already extraordinary story. Was it a private collector, a museum, or perhaps a government agency? This sale wasn't just about the staggering sum of money. It blurred the boundaries between science, history, and the world of high-end collectibles, raising questions about the true value of objects from beyond our world. But it also sparked a heated debate. Who should have the right to own a piece of another planet? Should it belong to the highest bidder, the country where it was found, or perhaps to all of humanity as a shared heritage? The meteorite's journey from the remote sands of the Sahara to the bustling streets of New York set the stage for a global conversation, and even a dispute, about ownership, ethics, and the stewardship of cosmic treasures. In the end, the auction was just the beginning. It opened a new chapter in the ongoing legal and ethical battle over who truly has the right to claim pieces of the universe, and what responsibilities come with owning a fragment of another world. Let's meet the star of this story, NWA 16788, a remarkable Martian shergotite meteorite that has captured the imagination of scientists and collectors alike. This rare rock is not just a piece of Mars, it's a time capsule from another world, offering a direct link to our planetary neighbor. Scientists confirmed its Martian origin by analyzing the unique gases trapped inside the rock, which perfectly matched the composition of Mars's thin atmosphere. This discovery was a breakthrough, providing undeniable evidence that NWA 16788 truly came from the red planet. Visually, NWA 16788 is striking. Its ochre color and jagged, rugged texture mirror the harsh, windswept landscapes of Mars itself. Holding it is like holding a fragment of another world, shaped by volcanic forces and Martian weather over millions of years. Millions of years ago, a colossal impact on Mars blasted this rock free from its home planet, launching it on an epic 140 million-mile journey through the cold, dark expanse of space before it finally reached Earth. After surviving a fiery descent through Earth's atmosphere, NWA 16788 crash-landed in the vast Sahara Desert. The region's dry, harsh climate helped preserve the meteorite in near-pristine condition, making it an extraordinary find for researchers. Weighing in at nearly 25 kilograms, NWA 16788 is a scientific goldmine, far larger than most Martian meteorites ever discovered. Its sheer size means there's more material to study, unlocking more secrets about Mars's past. Its impressive mass allows for extensive research, from studying its mineral composition to analyzing its internal structure. Each test brings us closer to understanding Mars's geology, volcanic activity, and even the possibility of ancient water. However, the sale of NWA 16788 to a private collector has alarmed the scientific community. Many researchers worry that losing access to such a rare and valuable specimen could hinder future discoveries and limit our knowledge of Mars. NWA 16788 isn't just a collector's item. It's a Rosetta Stone for understanding the red planet's history, climate, and evolution. Its scientific value is truly immeasurable. The fate of NWA 16788 raises urgent questions about the balance between private ownership and the needs of scientific discovery. Will this Martian messenger continue to unlock secrets, or will its story be lost behind closed doors? NWA 16788's odyssey began in the vast, sun-scorched expanse of the Sahara Desert, Niger, in late 2023. This region, with its endless dunes and remote stretches, has long been a silent witness to the arrival of cosmic visitors from deep space. A local finder, identity unknown, stumbled upon the stone, its dark, weathered surface hinting at an extraordinary origin. Such discoveries are almost routine in the meteorite-rich Sahara, where nomads and locals often become the first to touch these ancient travelers from Mars. The meteorite was quickly sold to an international dealer, vanishing from Niger under a veil of secrecy. Transactions like these are often shrouded in mystery, with stones changing hands in backroom deals and border crossings that leave little trace. Its next destination, a private gallery in Italy. Here, under the careful scrutiny of scientists and collectors, the meteorite's Martian origin was authenticated, confirming its status as a rare and valuable specimen. After authentication, the stone was carefully packed and shipped across continents to New York, where it was consigned to Sotheby's, one of the world's most prestigious auction houses. Sotheby's crafted a compelling narrative, presenting the meteorite as both a scientific marvel and a symbol of cosmic adventure. The story was designed to captivate elite collectors and ignite bidding wars among those seeking a piece of the universe. In less than 2 years, the meteorite had transformed from a humble desert find into a multi-million-dollar asset, displayed under bright lights and admired by the world's wealthiest collectors. This rapid, opaque journey highlights not only the efficiency, but also the shadows of the global meteorite market, where stones can travel thousands of miles and change hands multiple times before reaching their final destination. But as the auctioneer's gavel fell and the meteorite found a new owner, questions erupted about legality, rightful ownership, and the ethics of such trades. The meteorite's path became a symbol of the murky, often controversial world of international meteorite trade, where laws are unclear and disputes are common. Its journey was far from over, as legal battles loomed and questions of provenance intensified. A storm was brewing that would test the boundaries of science, law, and human ambition. Niger's government reacted swiftly to the auction, launching an official investigation. Officials declared the sale a likely case of international illegal trade, suspecting a broader trafficking network. On auction day, Niger suspended all exports of precious stones and meteorites, aiming to regain control over its natural heritage. Under Nigerian law, meteorites are state property. Removing them without permission is illegal. French legal experts backed Niger's claim, adding international weight to the dispute. The government began tracing the meteorite's journey, seeking the finder, dealer, and networks involved. The anonymity of all parties only deepened suspicions. For Niger, this is about sovereignty and protecting irreplaceable heritage. The fight for NWA 16788 is a stand against the loss of national treasures. Sotheby's responded, insisting the meteorite's export and sale followed all international procedures. The auction house claimed the consignor provided full documentation, meeting their due diligence standards. Sotheby's argued they had no reason to suspect the meteorite was illicit, shifting the burden of proof to Niger. Still, the public outcry and Niger's investigation forced Sotheby's to review the case. The outcome could vindicate their process or expose lapses with serious consequences. This case spotlights the tension between profit and ethical responsibility in the auction world. Sotheby's defense will be scrutinized by legal experts and the public alike. The Martian meteorite has become a test of auction house ethics and international compliance. The NWA 16788 controversy exposes a clash of legal philosophies: national patrimony versus private property. In Niger, meteorites are state-owned heritage. Exporting them without permission is theft. In the U.S., private ownership is often allowed, especially if found on private land. This legal disconnect creates a gray area. What's illegal in one country can be sold in another. The core question: whose law prevails when objects cross borders? Should U.S. courts enforce Niger's patrimony laws, or does jurisdiction change with geography? The debate is ethical as well as legal. developing nations argue for protection, while collectors claim private trade aids discovery. The Martian meteorites journey highlights the global tug-of-war over natural heritage. The outcome could reshape how meteorites and other rare objects are traded worldwide. At stake is the future of ownership for pieces of other worlds. When national laws collide, international treaties come into play. The 1970 UNESCO Convention aims to prevent illicit trade in cultural property. Both the US and Niger are signatories. The key question: does a Martian meteorite count as cultural property? Many experts say yes, as rare mineralogical specimens are covered by the treaty. If so, NWA 16788's removal from Niger could be an international violation. But for Niger to reclaim it in U.S. courts, they must prove state ownership and that the meteorite was stolen, not just illegally exported. Sotheby's may argue the meteorite was never in state possession. The case will test the power of the UNESCO Convention and its reach over natural heritage. The outcome could set a precedent for future disputes over cosmic artifacts. Scientists and academics have condemned the sale, calling it a loss for global knowledge. Paleontologist Paul Sereno, who works with Niger, sees the secrecy as a hallmark of illicit trade. Many argue that rare meteorites are world heritage, not private property. When such objects vanish into private collections, science loses access, and so does humanity. The commercial market, critics say, prioritizes profit over preservation and research. High prices encourage secrecy and can strip crucial scientific context from these finds. Public museums and universities often can't compete with wealthy collectors. The consensus unique meteorites like NWA 16788 should be held in public trust, accessible for study. The debate is about more than law. It's about our responsibility to share the universe's gifts. The unresolved fate of NWA 16788 will shape the future of meteorite ownership and international law. If Niger wins, it could strengthen protections for source countries and slow illicit trade. If the sale stands, it may embolden private collectors and widen legal loopholes. The case exposes urgent gaps in international law and the need for clearer rules on cosmic heritage. Will the world move toward stronger protections, or will the status quo persist? The outcome will influence future legal battles, museum policies, and the ethics of space collectibles. The $5.3 million Martian meteorite is more than a rock. It's a test of how we value and share the universe.